Hey, everybody. I hope you're doing really well. It's your main man, Anil, coming live from Immunity for the Community once again. How are you all doing on this fine Saturday afternoon? I hope you're enjoying the 16 and 17-degree weather out there. Make the most of it today. Get your walk in, go out and enjoy the Maybank holiday. I just want to say a big shout out to all my friends and my followers. I want to say a big shout out to everybody who checked in on me. I recently went through a tough situation in my personal life and I needed to attend to my personal matter, but I'm feeling better now and I'm back and I'm ready to serve you at the highest level on this podcast today, which is going to be how you can overcome your losses and become a winner on the Write Your Own Story course. How you can convert yourself from a loser on your story to a winner on the Write Your Own Story course by learning the lessons and playing it and taking it forward. That's what we want to do on the Write Your Own Story course. So let's go right into it. I'm sure, guys, by now you have gone through a lot on your weight loss journey. You've made mistakes, you've beaten yourself up about it, you've gone through things where you feel like you've lost in situations. Maybe outside of weight loss, you might have gone for that job or promotion and just not got it. You might have tried to expand your network and socialize, and you're trying to connect with other great like minded people, but you just keep on ending up around these bad people with bad intentions, jealousy, and narcissism. You might have tried in other areas of your life and just hit a wall. I understand where you're coming from, guys. You may feel like you're a loser right now. You may feel like every time you go for it, it just doesn't work out for you. You keep going for that job, you keep ending up being the second best, and that annoys you. You keep trying to expand your network and grow, and then you keep finding yourself around jealous people. You keep trying to lose the weight, and you're just having that pushback. Your weight isn't shifting. For whatever reason, your weight has hit a plateau. I've been through all of this, guys. And what I'm going to do today is help you to shift your mindset and perceive everything that before felt like a loss into a learning lesson, learning the lesson, and then becoming a winner on the Write Your Own Story course. So let's go right into it. Let's take the example of where you are on your weight loss journey. You might have tried other diets up until now which have not worked for you. You might have tried the odd fad diet here and there. You might have tried many supplements up until now to try and lose the weight, and it hasn't helped you to actually shift the weight. On the Write Your Own Story course, we have a structured plan with the morning breakfast, the middle of the morning snack, the lunchtime, the mid-afternoon snack, and the dinner, and a workout plan alongside it. And the third element of the Write Your Own Story course is the one-to-one coaching with me, which you will get more of as you go up in the tiers from bronze to silver to gold. But on this one-to-one call, I'm keeping you accountable on your goals. But we're going to get very specific on the areas where you feel like you've lost. And I want you to just really think about the last week that you've had in the gym, whether it's in the gym or just your diet and lifestyle, and really think about it. What areas did you miss out on? What areas did you fall short? I want you to think, did you eat on time? Were you up on time? Did you train in the gym? Were you drinking enough water? Were you uh, working out intensely or not? Were you inactive? I want you to think about all those elements. I want you to think about the food groups. I want you to really get specific on where it is you feel like you may have fallen short. If you're not able to come up with those ideas right now, that doesn't matter. But what I'm trying to tell you guys is I have the plan. I have the diet and nutrition plan that can help you to instill discipline and structure so that you do stay on track and you start to see more confidence from your results. Because one thing about it is that every time we go for it, another week and we don't get our results, it chips away at our confidence. It chips away at us. It makes us think, well, what's the point of this? Why not just go back to how it was? And it's very understandable, but if we do that, we don't make any progress. We don't get any further than we did before. And ultimately, you become wiser once you solve the problem. See, once you solve the problem by trying different things and finally changing your approach and making a breakthrough, going bam, then you become wiser, then you become intelligent. You see, that's why I started Immunity for the Community. This is more to me than just making money. That what differentiates me from a personal trainer is I'm doing seva for the community. I'm doing service to the community, service to you by giving you the intelligence and the knowledge and the application of the right action to take in order to lose weight. I'm not just here selling you a supplement and a fad and saying 6 minute abs. That's not what we do at the Write Your Own Story course. That's not what you do at Immunity for the Community. We get very specific on your limiting beliefs that are driving these behaviors. And one thing I can say is, if you've had this same sort of week each week and you want to change that pattern, you need to radically change the patterns which are leading up to this, the disciplines which are leading up to this, the habits. If you change the habits, if you change everything about your week and how you do it, and you make a massive shift from where you are, you'll start to see different outcomes. You'll start to see different results. And that's one thing I can be sure of on the Right On Story course. And if at any point on the Right On Story course you are starting to have weight which is stuck, you're starting to hit a plateau in your training, in your weight loss, in whatever you're going for, I will radically change the approach. I will change the approach tailored to your needs and what works for you. If we see that a certain food group isn't working for you, I'll change that. If I see that a diet or a specific workout plan isn't giving you the best results, I'll change that too. But one thing that you can be sure of is that we're always changing our approach. You see, the great Tony Robbins said, if at any point you see you're not getting the results or the outcome that you want, change your approach. Change your approach. Don't stay doing the same thing expecting a different outcome. That's insanity. So if you change your approach enough times, you make that 1 millimeter shift, you'll make that breakthrough and you'll become wiser after the fact by solving that problem. So here's what we're going to do. And I just want you to close your eyes and I want you to really get clear on what it is that you feel like you've lost. Okay? Where you've lost, where you perceive that you've lost. Guys, I want you to close your eyes and I want you to visualize the last week on your weight loss journey. I want you to see what you did on your weight loss journey. I want you to see how hard you tried, really gave it your all. I want you to see the areas where you could have improved, but I just want you to see it. I want you to think back and think, was there anything I could have changed? You did your best. Maybe I didn't do my best. And I really want you to see it. And then I want you to see that moment where you feel like you failed. I want you to see yourself weighing in on the scale. I want you to see that your weight hasn't shifted. And I want you to feel how you felt in that moment. Okay? Now, what I want you to do is, I want you to think about that same situation. And I want you to make that same situation a smaller square in the bottom of that picture in your mind. But this time it's going to go right. I want you to see the situation unfolding, except now you weigh in on the scale and you're lighter. Except now you can see and feel that your body is looking better. You're fitting into your clothes better. I want you to see how elated and how happy you feel, how ecstatic you feel that you lost weight. I want you to go whoosh with that small picture, making it big. I want you to do that again, make it even brighter. I want you to see that vision of you winning, overcoming the loss, finally breaking through, losing weight, fitting better in your clothes. I want you to see that picture. I want you to see it overtaking the bad picture. Whoosh! I want you to see it again. I want you to see that beautiful bright picture there, this time even more bright than before. Instead of feeling that low stuck energy, that bad energy of feeling like you lost, I want you to see and feel that you won, you followed through, you got it, everything that you did worked. I want you to see it, feel it, whoosh. And one last time, I want you to see that picture even more. Now I want that beautiful good picture to overtake the bad picture. I want you to see that picture of you following through on everything on your weight loss journey. You followed through, you did everything right, you showed up, and at last you got the outcome. There you go, the outcome. You've achieved it. You weighed in on the scale. You're weighing in lighter after following everything, good habits, good routine, good lifestyle. And there you go. You've got the result and it's overtaking the bad picture. Whoosh! And I want you to see now that that bad picture is just a joke. I want you to make it an absolute joke. I want you to cartoonify that bad picture. And I want you to overtake that bad picture with the great bright picture of you finally breaking through. And guys, I want you to understand that we learn the lesson, then we break through. And sometimes when we just don't learn the lesson, the pattern keeps replaying itself. It keeps on happening over and over again. And then we wonder why and we blame ourselves. But it's not the time for that. Because ultimately, you either win or you learn. And on the Right On Story course, you'll win. You'll learn from your lessons, you'll learn from these situations, and you will overcome them and become wiser after the event. Guys, I want you to open your eyes. Tell me how that felt. I'm sure that felt amazing to actually see how you learnt from the situation, you changed the outcome. You see, that's what we're doing here. We're just changing our habits, changing our approach, and we'll learn from the situation and we'll win next time. And I'm going to give you a second example to talk about. Maybe you're trying to grow your social network and you're trying to expand your connections and you're on the weight loss journey and you just keep getting around these people who are negative, who are criticizing you for your weight or saying you'll never achieve it, or just, disguising themselves as friends but then turning out not to be friends. I've been through that as well. What I can tell you guys is that you need to cut those people loose. If it's business, keep it business. If it's professional, you keep it professional. But I want you to get very specific and very clear and very selective about who you keep around you. Because it's that saying which goes, you're the average of the 5 people you spend the most time around. And inevitably, if you're around people who backbite, who are jealous, who are always hating, eventually you become exactly like that. It's only a matter of time. And you don't want to get poisoned by negative people like that. One thing I can say is that you will never be able to make a narcissist change themselves. They need to change themselves, and that's their own journey. And you need to be very selective about who you keep around. And that's what I want to say to you guys. Once you start seeing these patterns of these people, when you're on the rise up, when you're looking to lose your weight, I think you need to understand this as well. This is one thing I can say from my experience, is that those people would be hating even when you do succeed. They're waiting for that moment for you to succeed. And when you succeed, they're going to be like, well, I could have done that. And they're going to get jealous because that's the nature of a negative person. They're always looking for some excuse to bring you down. And you've got to be very careful about those sorts of energy drainers in your life. Those sorts of people keep finding themselves into your life because you got to understand and take care of yourself and set boundaries with these people and stand up to them. Because in standing up to people, you start to understand if they're truly good or not. You see, I've had disagreements with people, I've had arguments with people, and I've seen it from both sides, and we've made amends. And I've seen over time that our friendship has grown and become more. Now, why is that? Because the mutual respect has been built. You see, you don't just get somewhere, you don't just get to know somebody just like that. Why do you think I do this podcast? It's so that I can build rapport with you, show my vulnerability as a person, but then also show you that it's okay to not always feel great. It's okay. We all go through things. But as long as you learn from those things, that's what matters. And see, you gain respect for each other in situations like that. You see, when you've gone through a disagreement with somebody, you've had a fallout, and you actually own up to it, and you both come to an agreement and you forgive, then the relationship becomes stronger, then the friendship becomes stronger. But if every time that person is wronging you, hurt you once, hurt you twice, hurt you 3 times, and they never take accountability, they are not right for you. They will always convince you it is your fault, even when it's their fault, and they need to take responsibility. And in standing up for yourself, you start to really understand who is on your side and who is not. Because let me tell you something. When I've fallen out with my friends, when I've fallen out with my homies, anytime I stood my ground, the respect has been established and the relationship became stronger, and we never held that grudge. But let me tell you something, negative people are always going to hold that grudge, and negative people are always going to find a way to hate. And the difference between us and them is that they'll never take accountability. In taking accountability and standing your ground, you start to understand who truly respects you. And if they can't respect you now, they will not respect you when you succeed. They'll be the ones trying to take credit. They'll be the ones trying to tear you down. They're the ones trying to suggest that they're responsible for the success when they're not, and they're not helping the situation. That's not what we do at Immunity for the Community. This is about me showing you the way. Of course, I'm the leader. Of course, I'm the one that has ultimately lost all the weight and looked at all 3 aspects and gone through it so I can give back in so much great value to you. But this is a collaboration. I'm doing this so that you can find who you really are on the Write Your Own Story course, and to really stand up and stand your ground and become clear on your identity, because that is most important. I want you to really get selective about those sorts of people that you're around, because ultimately they're going to wound you. And you got to overcome and heal from those wounds and understand who these people are. That the minute you succeed, they're straight away trying to take credit. But the minute you go through something, they're straight away hating. And you got to be very clear about that, because fickle people like that will not help you, will not sustain you, and will not help you to grow and become more. You need to be around growth mindset people. We need to be around people who've been through the situation and then can pay it back. Why do you think I run this business? Why do you think I run this podcast? It's because I've gone through all of these situations and I'm able to pay that back to you. Now, in you solving this problem and losing weight as well, think about how many other positive people you could influence. Think about how you could positively impact your friends' lives, your family's lives, your partner's lives, just by the things that you learn. You see, that's why I'm around positive coaches, because I know that they're going to positively influence me in what I do, in all of my pursuits of my goals. Understand that, guys. Understand that whatever you solve on the Right Your Own Story course, the problems that you overcome, the challenges you overcome, you're able to then pay that back when you grow and become more. And that's the whole purpose of this podcast. Guys, I hope this has been of an amazing value to you. The Right Your Own Story course is still live. I can offer $14.99 a month on the bronze course, $19.99 on the silver course, and on the gold course, $29.99. I can offer the 5% discount as well. Guys, I hope this has been amazing value to you on this May bank holiday weekend. I'm feeling much better. As I would say, everybody, channel your inner Rocky, have a great May bank holiday, and DM me so you can write your new story and turn your losses into victories and become the champion of your story. Let's go, guys.